Okay, it's 5:30. We'll call this meeting to order and ask our city clerk, Danielle Swopes, to please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Ms. Cordova,
Here.
Mr. DeWitt,
Here.
Mr. Merrick,
Here.
Ms. Ortega,
Here.
Mr. Rackler,
Here.
Mr. Self,
Here.
Ms. Smith,
Here.
Mr. Watkins,
Here.
and Mayor Davidson.
Here.
All accounted for, we have a quorum.
Okay. If y'all don't mind, I will lead the first invocation and be then honored if Councilor DeWitt would lead us in the pledge to the U.S. flag and salute the New Mexico flag. So, dear Lord, you gave me a vision and I argued with you. You asked me to have faith and I questioned you. Yet every time I fell down, you picked me up and pointed me in the right direction. That is my ask, to keep me and these new counselors, our city staff, and administration pointed in the right direction for the benefit of our citizens. And keep those citizens supportive of these teams who all want the same thing, to make Portales a better place to live, one that not only survives, but thrives. Help us get your message through our thick heads. We are not county and city, we are community. We are not Democrats and Republicans, independents or libertarians, conservatives or liberals. We are neighbors. We are not Ward A, B, C, and D. We are Portales. And if we listen to you and let you guide us, we are Portales strong. In your name, please forgive us for where we have failed and let us treasure your blessings. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the zero symbol of perfect friendships among united cultures.
Happy 114th birthday to the state of New Mexico today. First item of business is approval of the agenda as posted. This confirms the order of items and that the agenda was properly noticed in compliance with the Open Meetings Act. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the agenda. So moved. Second. Okay, so we have a motion by Councilor Watkins, a second by Councilor Merrick. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Agenda is approved. Next item is approval of the minutes of the December 16th, 2025 meeting. Councilors who were present at that meeting are asked to confirm their accuracy. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Okay. A second. Okay, we've got a motion by Councilor Cordova, second by Mr. Self. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no.
Just abstain, I was not here.
Yeah. The minutes are approved. Now we have a public comment section. The public may address the city council on city business during the public period. Comments are limited to 3 minutes unless the mayor or councilor request additional information. All speakers must sign in at the beginning of the meeting. No more than 6 speakers per topic are allowed. Time begins when the speaker addresses the mayor and council. When the 3 minutes have passed, the timekeeper will announce time. Public comment is for citizen input only. Under the Open Meetings Act, the council may not discuss or take action on matters not listed on the agenda. Speaker may be connected with the appropriate city department for assistance. So do we have any public comment tonight?
You have one on the sheet.
Yeah,
There's 2 or 3.
Okay, do we have a sheet?
Thanks. This.
Okay, first up is Betty Caber.
It's Caber.
Caber.
Betty,
Okay.
anything.
Okay,
Uh, thank you, and it's nice to be here. I just moved to this county and to this town and bought a house in November. The first thing was I came to the meeting last December, my first meeting, and I will be here often. And I was introduced to Mr. Pat Gallegos. And I understand he's not here tonight, but I wanted to say thank you. I had never done dumpsters or alleys and that kind of picking up. I mean, I hadn't lived in town, even in Albuquerque or anything like that for all my life until now. So it was a mess behind, and the one dumpster is right behind my house. And it was a mess. It was horrible. It was trash everywhere, and I didn't know how it all worked. Well, I met Pat Gallegos that night, and within less than 24 hours, there was a huge truck in the alley. My dogs were barking. What was going on back there? And he had sent someone. We got a new dumpster back there. He actually had the man get out, and the trees that had been there for somebody had trimmed their trees, and it was piled up behind the dumpster. There, of course, Christmas and Amazon had lived in our neighborhood. And so there were boxes everywhere, and it was awful. And there was a vacuum cleaner broken, and there was things like that out there. And everything was cleaned up, and we have a new dumpster. And it was just wonderful, and it was a nice thank you for me to learn how things are done around here. And I really look forward to more. And I just wanted him, and I'm sorry that he's not here tonight, but I really appreciate what he did and got it all done. And so keep up the good work. And I just wanted to be able to say something really positive for my first months in the
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quaileen Parkey.
So this is just the night of thank yous. So I'm a little remiss in getting here, but I want to call out our police department and our fire department. We've had numerous events around the square in downtown, and they have stepped up every single time and blocked the roads and done traffic control and let me boss them around. And so I know that was tough. They did it. And the fire department hauled Santa around, and we just did all kinds of events that they've been so supportive and so helpful. And Officer Bissett has taken it upon himself to help us out at the chamber, and he does a walkthrough very often to make sure that we're not doing anything illegal, to make sure that we're all safe. And we really appreciate it. So I want to just call out our police department and our fire department for being so helpful.
Excellent.
That's it. That's all I've got. You guys look good up there.
Thank you, Quaileen. This next name, I'm gonna need a little help with Arnold.
Yes, please.
Yes, start out by stating your name, please.
Arnoldo Rivera, so it's the first time I'm from to the people, talking about it, so.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get the permit, put the fence 8 foot higher in my property.
Okay.
Cause the area, where is the property, I don't feel like a good neighborhood. And I'm trying to use the property for storage.
Let me ask you something real quick. Is that one of the variances that's coming up
Yes.
later on?
It's on the.
Okay.
agenda.
I'm pretty sure that'll be dealt with later on this evening.
Okay,
So I don't think you have to do anything at the public comment section.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No problem.
You're
Okay.
good. I'm just thinking, that'll be the time to probably,
Okay.
yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Our first item of business is a presentation by Fire Department Chief Kathy. Will be presenting a challenge coin. This recognition is for firefighter Tyler DeWitt. Chief, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. If you come up. So as y'all are painstakingly aware, we recognize our personnel that have been employed at least a year, obtain their EMT intermediate, so they have to get the basic first and they get their intermediate. and then they're firefighter 1 and 2. Tyler began his career with us in May of 2023, got his EMT basic in March of 24, firefighter 1 and 2 in March of 25, and then obtained his EMT intermediate in November of 25. With all that included in all of his other training, he's completed just over 1,500 hours of training, and we'd like to recognize and thank him for all that he continues to do.
Thank you, Chief. Behalf of the city, we appreciate your service. The next item of business is approval for the mayor's appointments to standing committees. This consent agenda item is approved by a single motion. Any counselor may request that an item be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately without discussion or vote. My recommendations are for Public Works, Ian Hillsman, Steve Davis, Mike Woolley, Ursula Parker, Sammy Standiford, Daniel Sanchez, Gary Watkins. For the Planning and Zoning Committee, Movardine Baca, Matt Christensen, Scott Davis, Kurt Janes, Corey Cole, Dr. Kathy Good, Dylan Crandall. The Finance Committee, Veronica Cordova, Rustin Self, Mike Rackler, Chris Wood, Mike Miller, Doug Stone. The Public Safety Committee, Jesse Maurer, Sharon Rowley, Christopher Williams, TJ Cathy, Bradley Malden, Gary Knuckles, Johnny Montiel, Janelle Combs, Antoinette Rozovsky, Daniel Bowen, Veronica Cordova, Angie Smith. The Library Board, Meredith Eaton, Brandon Brooks, Rosemary Hammond, Gene Bundy, Danielle Swopes, Don Thomas, Betty Williamson. The ICIP Committee, Rustin Self, Veronica Cordova, Eldon Merrick. Recreation Committee, Mike Rackler, Jody Diaz, Chris Moyer, Corey Cole, Eric Segovia, Dusty Nusser, Dina Ortega. The Water Advisory Committee, Greg Privet, Eldon Merrick, Eric Segovia, Ursula Parker, Thomas DeWitt. Culture Affairs Representative Dina Ortega. EPCOG Representative Angie Smith, alternate Veronica Cordova. Armed Forces Committee, myself, Mike Davidson, Veronica Cordova, Scott Minton. For the record, acceptance of appointments is voluntary. If any named appointee declines to serve or resigns, the position is deemed vacant and brought back through the mayor for council consideration at a future meeting. These items are considered routine and will be approved by a single motion unless a council requests that an item be removed for separate consideration. Is there any counselor who wishes to remove an item from the consent agenda?
Mr. Davidson,
Yes.
can we remove the EPCOG one? Just to review that one, please.
Yes. And I'm also going to pull the Recreation Committee appointments from the consent agenda, and those items will be brought back at a future council meeting for consideration and will not be acted upon tonight. The chair will entertain a motion to approve the remaining committee appointments as presented.
So move.
Do I have a second? Okay, got a motion by Counselor DeWitt and a second by Counselor Merrick. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, the motion carries. The committee appointments are approved. Okay, next action item is appointment of Mayor Pro Tem. Under action items, Counselor Mayor. For clarity and for the record, the Mayor Pro Tem is elected by City Council and is not appointed by the mayor. So this is a wording clarification only. It does not affect public notice. So we will proceed with the election of Mayor Pro Tem from among the members of City Council. Nominations are now open.
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Ms. Veronica Cordova to continue in that position.
Okay.
I second that.
Yeah. Are there any further nominations? Okay, hearing none, nominations are closed. If there's no objection, Counselor Cordova will be elected Mayor Pro Tem by acclamation. Hearing no objection, Counselor Cordova is elected Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you. I just want to say a few words. I appreciate everybody's support. I do really enjoy that role, and I'm glad that I'll be able to serve in that capacity.
Do you want to switch seats with Thomas?
Yes. Thank you, because she's hogging up all the sitting. I'm like. Oh, I don't need that. Sorry.
No. Oh, wait a minute. I know why you apologize.
Watch yourself.
Oh.
You're all set.
Okay, next action item is consideration of resolution 2026-01 relating to compliance with the New Mexico Open Meetings Act and approval of the annual council meeting calendar. This resolution is adopted pursuant to state law and reaffirms the city of Portales's commitment to the Open Meeting Act. This vote will be taken by roll call. The chair will recognize staff for presentation.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Thank you for letting me present this item. I hope that it's a quick and easy decision for you to make. This is something, just to explain a bit, this is something that we have to do. We're required by law, every municipality is, to get in support, show our support of the New Mexico's Open Meetings Act, and that's what this booklet is here. And there is a link I can give to you if you want. You can, I've given some of you a link and you can download this book yourselves. It's free to anyone who wants it. This is what we're required to follow. And this resolution here indicates our desire and our willingness to follow the New Mexico Open Meetings Act. It is a guide. It instructs us on how to legally and properly do the business that is government. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I will answer them as best as I can. Again, this is something we do every year. We're required either in December or January to do this. We also attach to the resolution, you're going to find in your packets a calendar of all the council meetings. They've been scheduled according to how they're described to be defined and decided upon in the Open Meetings Act. Our resolution says we meet first and third Tuesdays of every month. And we have, if you'll notice, this year we added the special meetings. So those should be also, there should be no doubt or question about their legality. And that's what we're here to do, to be legal, transparent, yet helpful in what we do and the way that we work towards our helping our governing body, but also helping our community.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Mr. Mayor, just one. You mentioned legality. We didn't see anywhere. Was that reviewed by legal?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Sorry,
Wanna
I
make
meant
sure
to say that. but yeah.
Resolutions, we want to make sure they're reviewed.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was reviewed by Kimberly Rudd, our city attorney. She actually helped me refine it in that we took out the pieces that were confusing. And we kind of put in, like the public comment section, we tried to put them together so that they weren't scattered throughout the entire document. It's an 8-page document. The last page being just signatories. So there's 7 pages of wording and it got a little wonky and we got it tightened up and put back in place. What you're going to find happens with word documents such as this resolutions. A lot of times we take an old Word document and we just kind of replace certain pieces. And over the years, the document got a bit wordy and a bit confusing. So we work to clarify that.
Excellent. Are there any other questions?
Is wonky a legal term?
It's the same question.
That is most definitely a Daniel Swopes term. And it's one of my favorite words because it's so descriptive of so much that goes a little awry in government and words. But it's a nicer way of saying.
No, we got you. We got you.
Sure.
Okay, any other questions for Ms. Swopes? I will entertain a motion to adopt resolution 2026-01.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
okay, we got a motion by Mr. Self and a second by Ms. Cordova. Any further discussion? Okay, I think you're gonna have to run over there and take a vote.
Ms. Cordova,
Yes.
Mr. DeWitt.
Yes.
Mr. Merrick,
Yes.
Ms. Ortega,
Yes.
Mr. Rackler,
Yes.
Mr. Self,
Yes.
Ms. Smith,
Yes.
and Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
Okay, it's unanimous and it's approved. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Next item before us are 5 variance requests to be presented by Director McClellan. Before proceeding, I need to clarify the agenda title for the record. These public hearings on these planning and zoning variance requests was held by the Planning and Zoning Commission. So these items are before the council tonight for action only, not for a public hearing. Accordingly, we will proceed with consideration of planning and zoning variance request as action items. So Ms. McClellan, please proceed with request number 1.
Perfect. Before I start with that, I have 2 quick things to say. First, senior council, you're not surprised I took over this agenda. New council, welcome to your future. But real quick, just for new council, I wanted to kind of explain how these come before you. So anytime someone applies for a variance or special use permit, these do go to planning and zoning first. Planning and zoning does do a public hearing where they do testimony, evidence gathering. They look into it very, very deeply. They approve it or deny it. And if it's approved, I bring that recommendation to you guys. And I bring their findings to you guys. It's a shortened version of what goes on at P&Z. So if you have any further questions about what may have been discussed at P&Z, let me know. I'll explain some of it, but not quite all of it. Perfect. So variance is number 1 is a variance for Herrera Lawn Mower Repair Business. This is at 533 West 14th Street, which is the approval to operate a lawn mower repair business in a residential area, which is an R1 zone. So we do post the relevant ordinances, but I'm just going to summarize them for you guys. You don't have to read them all. So the reason this needs a variance is it does not meet what a home occupation business is. And home occupation means you can do your business within your home. Where it fails to meet is you're not supposed to be able to see any evidence of that business outside the residence. So here there's going to be some outside storage, which is why they're doing this variance. And then if you go to this next one, this variance also covers zoning because they don't meet that home occupation. They're technically doing what is allowed in a C2 at their home, and they are an R1. Next one. So for the finding of facts, we sent out 10 certified letters to property owners. We send out within a certain distance depending on what they've applied for. There were 3 for the proposal, 1 against the proposal. The opposition cited concerns of noise, property value effects, traffic safety, and environmental impacts. And I have the exact letter if you would like me to read it. Then we sent 6 certified letters to public utilities. There was none for or against that. We didn't receive a response. This did have its public hearing on December 1st, and planning and zoning did review it, and they unanimously voted to recommend it for approval to come here for you today. So here is a picture of the house, the front of the house. We just include these so you guys kind of have a visual. The backyard is where the lawnmower repair is going to be. P&Z did ask in terms of the complaint about the noise in the evenings. The applicant said that they plan to only work from 8 AM to 4 PM, regular business day with no evening noise. And though the equipment will be out during the day, the equipment will be moved in at night. They don't want anything getting stolen. And then I think that's it. If you have any questions, I'll stand for them. And I do believe that the applicants are also here. If you have any questions that I can't answer.
Okay, council has questions. Now's the time. Yes. Question.
So are they planning on doing these repairs out of their garage or?
Yeah, so he has a garage there where he stores his tools, but the stuff will be outside because he doesn't have room to bring everything inside.
If I'm not mistaken, there is some type of fabric or to go over the fence now, which the picture
Yeah.
doesn't reflect.
When they first did it, when we first took pictures, there was no privacy screen, but they have since added a privacy screen around the backyard, which is where the things would be stored during the day.
Can we go back on item C? I think it was before this. It says only one occupation shall be permitted on the premises at any one time. So that means he can't have more than one customer there, or is that?
No, he couldn't have more than one home business. So he can,
Business.
yes, he can go ahead and do his lawn repair, but he couldn't move to motorcycles or cars under this.
I had read that earlier and couldn't quite get what it was talking about. So. The occupation part threw me.
I got you.
Okay, are there any other further questions on this? Okay, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation for variance request 1.
So move to approve.
Second.
Okay, I've got a motion to approve by Ms. Smith and by Mr. DeWitt on a second.
Mr. Chairman, do I need to abstain since I was on the public, on planning and zoning at that time?
You didn't. Yeah, you did attend that meeting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Okay, this motion passes. Kelly, we will ask for you to present number 2.
Okay, so this is for a special use permit for a wildlife detection camera installation. This will be going at 105 North Avenue I, and that is actually that big tower right outside City Hall. Let's see, next one. So the relevant ordinances are to do anything with radio and electromagnetic transmission equipment, you just need a special use permit. And so that's what they are seeking today. Your finding of facts is we sent out 6 certified letters to property owners. We didn't receive any responses. We sent 6 out to public utilities. We didn't receive any responses. We did have this public hearing on the 1st, and planning and zoning recommended it be approved unanimously for you guys. Next one. And this is just a picture of what it looks like. They did explain a little bit of what they're doing, so I'm just gonna run over that real quick, and I believe he's on Zoom if we have any extra questions. This system uses minimal data and transmits still images rather than live video, so we shouldn't see any disruption in any of the other services that tower does. This detection alerts of wildfires go directly to local fire agencies. They're partnering with Excel for this. The coverage radius is about 10 miles, depending on the terrain, and they actually pixelate private structures for privacy. So they will be there, but any private residences, backyards will be pixelated, so nothing can be seen. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer these.
Any questions for Ms. McClellan?
Just one comment. It makes a lot more sense now when you said wildfires. I thought I read wildlife, and I was confused while we were taking pictures of wildlife. Thankful we clarified that. I was having a hard time with that.
I will entertain motion to approve the Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation for variance request number 2.
I second.
Who said that?
Motion to.
Okay. And you did the approval? Okay. Veronica, okay. We have a motion by Veronica and a second by Dina. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Okay, variance request number 2 passes. Let's go to number 3.
Thank you, Mayor and Councils. This is another special use permit for the Fraternal Order of Eagles to have alcohol at 1608 South Avenue D. This is the old Goobers location. It's to operate a nonprofit bar. So the relevant ordinance for this is alcohol is allowed in certain zones, which this is zoned correctly. They just need a special use permit, which comes before you guys, which we are why we're here today. So for your finding of facts, we sent out 11 certified letters to property owners. 1 was for the proposal, 6 certified to public utilities. We had 0 against it. Or we received a response, I should say. Public hearing held on December 1st, and it was unanimously approved to move forward to you guys with an approval. Just some discussion highlights. This organization has about 150 men and 100 women at the time of the December's meeting. Their mission is people helping people, so they focus on philanthropy and community service. Their hours expected are about 5 to 10 on weekdays, maybe later on weekends. And the facility remained locked and key carded, controlled for safety, which were the big points brought up. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
Any questions on this variance request? I will entertain a motion to approve the Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation for this.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Counselor Backler and a second by Counselor Self. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Okay, that motion passes. And Kelly, back to you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This is for another special use permit. This is applied for Potter's House Christian Fellowship Church, the location of 1809 South Avenue D, to operate a church within that existing commercial building. So the relevant ordinance is also churches are allowed in any zones. They just need a special use permit. That's what we're getting today. Next one. So our finding of facts, sent out 7 certified letters, 1 for the proposal, 6 certified to public utilities, no response. Held at the meeting on December 1st, and P&Z recommended it come unanimously for approval. Next one. The church will occupy the portion of the building with the garage style door. This is affiliated with the Potter's House congregation in Clovis, and the property owners did express full support of this lease. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to stand for those.
Okay, any questions on this variance request? We'll entertain a motion to approve this variance request.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay, got a motion by Counselor Merrick, a second by Counselor Rackler. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Okay, that motion passes. Next up is the governing body's authorization to explore through the fence operation, including private taxiway access and a long-term lease of the airport house. This item is for authorization to explore and
You missed one.
Yeah.
I think number is the very last one.
so sorry, yes, okay.
Perfect.
Floor is yours.
So this is gonna be another variance. So this is a variance at 1019 North Avenue A for the purpose of building a fence. This will be 8 foot and its purpose is to store trailers on the property. This is the relevant ordinance. Just to summarize it real quick, this zone usually has a 4-foot fence requirement for the front yard and a 6-foot requirement for the backyard. This will be 8 feet around. And then usually the storage of commercial trailers is limited to commercial zones. This will be a residential zone. That's what your variance is going to cover. So for your finding of facts, we sent out 12 certified letters to property owners. We received 1 back who was against the proposal. Their argument is 8 feet is just too high for a fence. And then we didn't receive any response from from the public utilities. We did do the public hearing on the 1st, and it was recommended for approval unanimously to come in front of you today. Just some discussion highlights. The applicant owns 3 enclosed trailers and 2 utility trailers that he uses for his remodeling business that he would like to store on this property. Trailers are only stored there when they're not in use. It's typically on the weekends. The 8-foot fence is intended for security, as the applicant has experienced break-ins. The fence will be metal with the 3 cross beams for stability, and the design respects the 25-foot clear sight triangle that we require for safety. So that is what we have. I will stand for questions, and the gentleman, the applicant's also here if you have any further questions.
We have any questions for Ms. McClellan?
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
I have clear line of sight, I understand, but when you change the height to 8 feet, that needs to change that clear line of sight, because you can't see anything over an 8-foot fence at all. And I'm concerned about that becoming a place to put things that we can't see, and then before we know it, it comes before us as a place that's full of everything, like we've been dealing with that one for 6 months now. So I'm really concerned about a fence that tall. I think, 6-foot fence is enough security. Anyway, I don't like the clear line of sight on the corner when it's 8 feet tall. I don't think it's enough.
Any other comments?
Is the building that's gonna be inside that fence, is it being utilized?
Can we go to the next one? I think I have a picture of the building, or the very last one. There we go. So the building currently, I do not believe is livable. So I don't believe any will be living there.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I saw in your findings of facts, Ms. McClellan, that one property owner was against it. Did they happen to say why?
Yes, they said 8 feet was just too high for a fence.
Do we have any other questions on this variance request?
Was the line of sight just for the corner part?
Yeah.
That he said he would cut back like
Yes.
it was supposed to be?
Yeah,
though, wasn't
anytime
it?
there's an intersection, we require that so you can see coming around.
It's just 25.
Yeah.
What about on the back alleyway for like our trash trucks? If you look at the picture before,
Yeah.
you see all the tree lines right there, and then if that 8-foot fence is there, if somebody's coming this way, the trees and that.
We did send them a certified letter to see if they'd have any. We did get a 4 against it, however.
Yeah, it just blocked the view of.
Are you talking about on Juniper?
Getting out the alley.
But one of your recommendations could be to prove it, if you wanted to, with a 25 site on that corner as well.
Okay, any other questions on this variance request?
I'm just gonna make one comment just to try to avoid this gentleman having to come back again. I would propose it okay at 6 feet, but at 8 feet, I'm not. I don't know if we can fix that now, so we don't have to come back in another month or whatever, but if it goes the wrong way. Anyway.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry, does somebody else have a question? Oh,
You go ahead.
What is the fence gonna be made of?
Metal. So it'll be like one of the metal fences with the 3 bars supporting it pushed back.
So the 6-foot as opposed to the 8-foot, is that just for looky-loos, or what's the benefit of that additional 2 feet?
It was proposed for security, but the gentleman is here, he may have a better explanation, but we were just told for security purposes.
Couldn't you do added security like the barbed wire? A lot of chain link, they do the extensions up. I mean, if we approve it at 6 foot, you could still have that welded brace on and do the barbed wire around the perimeter.
I believe so, yes, sir.
Any other questions? I'm gonna ask for a clarification from Ms. Rudd. This has been presented in a certain manner. Do you have the right to add that modification?
We're going to go call for the resolution. I think that could address this particular one.
Okay.
So if the motion was made with specificity for whatever it exactly is you were wanting to accomplish, it could be accomplished in a position.
Okay. Who made the motion to reduce the fence to 6
I
feet?
haven't yet, but I will
Okay.
make the motion
Okay.
that this resolution be passed with
Okay.
the change that the fence be only 6 feet.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to approve the Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation for variance request. If you want to modify that, then make the motion with that modification now.
I just did that, but I make the motion that we pass the resolution with the change that it's a 6-foot fence.
Okay, do we have a second to that?
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Mr. Rackler and a second by Mr. DeWitt. Any further discussion on this request? Okay, Danielle, will you go ahead and call the roll on this one?
Yes. Ms. Cordova,
Yes.
Mr. DeWitt,
Yes.
Mr. Merrick,
Yes.
Ms. Ortega,
Yes.
Mr. Rackler,
Yes.
Mr. Self,
Yes.
Ms. Smith,
Yes.
and Mr. Watkins.
Abstain.
We have a majority,
Okay.
so it's approved.
Okay. Now item 6, governing bodies authorization to explore through the fence operation, including private taxiway access and a long-term lease of the airport house. Director McClellan.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Council. So some people in the audience and maybe in council may not know that we actually have a cool little airport. But we do, and I'm the director of that as well. So we had a local business owner and landowner approach the airport with the request to look into leasing the airport house that's on the facility, or sorry, on the premises long-term, and to possibly do private taxiways to our taxiways, and then they'd build private hangars on their property, and they could still access our runway. So what I'm requesting today isn't permission to do this, it's permission to look into it. To start calling the FAA and then DOT and getting the feasibility of it. But since this is a new direction for the airport, we just wanted to get permission to even start exploring that direction. So that is all I'm seeking today, so I have very few details on this one.
Okay, for authorization, no agreement, lease, or binding commitments are being made at this time. Is there any council discussion or questions on this?
Mayor, I have a question.
Okay,
How long's it been since anybody's lived in that house?
I actually was the last resident. It's usually for the airport manager, and I believe I moved out 6-7 months ago. But we do not currently have anybody to move into it, because all the airport staff have homes.
So is this? Never mind. Got it later.
any further questions? Chair will entertain a motion to authorize staff to explore this operation. Okay.
Second.
Okay, motion by Councilor Smith, second by Councilor DeWitt. Watkins, oh, I'm sorry.
You're like, no.
Any further discussion? Or do we want to do a roll call vote on this one?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Cordova,
Yes.
Mr. DeWitt,
Yes.
Mr. Merrick,
Yes.
Ms. Ortega,
Yes.
Mr. Rackler,
Yes.
Mr. Self,
Yes.
Ms. Smith,
Yes.
and Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
It's unanimous. It passes.
Okay. We will now move to city manager report.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. I'm gonna try to bring up some slides in a second. Bring slides. Thank you, man. So this report will cover key highlights from the key directorates in the city for the past 2 weeks and a couple of weeks going forward. So I will briefly touch on some light brush strokes about what the directorates are working on, and they'll go into greater fidelity when they come to their level. So the finance department is working on FY27 budget worksheets and upcoming budget workshops in April. Public Works is advancing street projects. You see that going around town and continuing to work on connecting affluent water to parks, etc. With his goal of having that done by the end of summer. Human Resources, you see, is planning some collaboration with Cannon Air Force Base and job fair, and lots of new potential staff are coming through City Hall, and we're filling some of the vacant ranks. Police Department has several people completed training, and you see the number of calls in there, closing on 300 in 1 month. Did I say police or fire?
Said please.
I meant fire, thank you. Police Department, I see over 11,000 calls for service in 2025. On the next line, there's actually 2 things. I kind of combined them, my mistake, sorry about that. Look at the numbers on the Communications Department handling nearly 40,000 phone calls in 2025. And I meant to say Community Services is conducting interviews for Animal Control Officer at this time to fill some of those openings. You see the number of the programs hosted in the library with the number of total checkouts in that month. And City Clerk is continuing training with the newly electeds and continuing to coordinate travel for the same. Next slide, please. Since the last city meeting, transition of newly elected mayor has been in effect. I believe we handled a very fairly smooth transition there, including the oath ceremony. All the training is complete. We were able to host all 4 new councilors and the mayor, spending about 90 minutes to 2 hours with each of the major directorates, not only looking at what is important from legal standpoints in New Mexico, but what's specifically important to that directorate in this community. So I think that made a great headway. Multiple roads in town are wrapping up repairs in the next couple of weeks. We sat down with ENMU and representatives from the county and started talking about a collaborative effort for the infrastructure capital improvement plan. So going forward, we are going to really extend a kind of an olive branch going forward to get the 3 agencies together and look for ICIP collaboration to have more of a powerhouse effect going in front of legislators and such when we go to look for monies for projects in the future. And then we hosted a P&Z meeting since the last city council meeting. Next slide, please. Upcoming events in the next 2 to 4 weeks. January 8th is a Chamber and RCCDC banquet. Did I get RCCDC correct? The banquet's on the 8th. Clean and Beautiful Grant Town Hall meeting is on the 13th. The intent of this first meeting, now I know some of you are going to be in Molly and newly elected training. The intent of this particular town hall is to explain what the Clean and Beautiful Grant is for, the 5 areas of effort you can use the Clean and Beautiful Grant on, and then kind of seed the public with those thoughts. And then we'll reconvene at a later date after that to start to glean information from residents and so on how they might appreciate the Clean and Beautiful Grant being chased in the future. This is an annual type of grant that comes up, so we want to get more public involvement doing this. And I believe that town hall meetings early on to solicit ideas, and not only solicit the ideas, but to explain in particular the nuances of each grant will help people understand how some of this money works better. January 13th through 19th, Neil and Molly training that pertains to newly electeds. Martin Luther King Day, all city offices will be closed. The 20th is the next city council meeting, and then another town hall meeting on the 27th. Now, the town hall meeting on the 27th, this is a general town hall meeting. Now, this is from the city manager to you. As you can tell, because of Open Meetings Act types of things, we can only discuss so many things in here. And it's kind of a rigid approach to communication flows. In a town hall, we take the gloves off, so to speak. You're allowed to speak relatively freely, and we're allowed to answer you relatively freely, and we're allowed to collaborate and kind of mind meld as a community. And that's what some of these town halls are for. Some of them are going to be very structured as to a specific idea or item. Others will be open. In this case, on the 27th, this is a general City of Portales town hall meeting, so I encourage you to attend. And your calendar is pretty free on that day, so we want you guys to be there as well, Mr. Mayor, that's. What's that? Where's the location on this? I think this one's at the Yam. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so this will be at the Yam, and they do move around, so thank you for your question. And then, there'll be, on the January 29th, there'll be a City of Portales Public Works meeting. So that's all I have right now with the weekend report, city manager report. And I'll be followed by the finance department.
Thank you.
Council. So our finance department continues to work and operate smoothly. I'm pleased to report there are no personnel changes in our department. Several of our team members are actually currently this month attending online classes through the New Mexico Edge program, so finance classes. And then our other staff continue to work actively on grant management and ongoing financial projects. Our next finance committee meeting, which you've probably already seen on your email, is scheduled for February the 25th at 4 p.m. During this meeting, we'll definitely cover budget adjustments for third quarter and accounts payable check report and such, and any item that may come up that's finance related. Looking ahead, like Mr. Minton mentioned, we are working on budget worksheets. Those will be distributed to our department heads by February 15th. So that we can start together to work on the budget for our upcoming fiscal year, which begins July 1st. We anticipate holding a budget workshop with our council in April. Once that date is finalized, you'll be seeing an email and a date for that. And then lastly, I just received a call earlier from our auditors. We are looking to finalize our audit and potentially have an audit exit conference, possibly by the end of next week. I am needing 2 names, minimum 1 of council member to attend that exit conference. It is done online, typically anywhere from 30 minutes, definitely less than an hour. So if I can get 2 names, that would be great. No, I don't have a date yet. As soon as I have a date, I can share that. But definitely probably towards the end of the week.
I can fill in as an alternate.
Okay, perfect. That's all I have at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Mr. Gallegos is not here, I'll cover his notes. I'm gonna read his handwriting. That's not true. So manpower for Public Works, the department currently has 10 vacant positions, which continues to impact staffing levels. However, like I said a little bit earlier, both Public Works and HR and other directors have been doing a phenomenal job in getting people through and into job interviews, et cetera. So we look forward to hiring some of those people. Training, Mr. Eric Duran has tested and passed his level 2 wastewater certification. That's a big deal. He now holds level 1 and level 2 certifications in both water and wastewater. James Baca is scheduled to take the level 2 water certification. These are really big deals, guys, because this is building a bench of continuity. So we don't go 1 or 2 deep. That sounds bad. We're talking about water, but that's really the truth there. You don't want to be 1 person deep on something as critical as that. So they're doing a phenomenal job in getting these trainings and certifications. So we look forward to more of that. Jade Gallegos is scheduled to take her wastewater 1 level exam. She's in the queue to continue to drive on. And Mr. Mendoza, Chris, is scheduled for his water level 3 certification. So as you can see, this is a great deal of effort going forward, and they're very, very successful in doing this. Not only is the wastewater treatment plant producing really good affluent water, the Public Works Director is looking forward to and making good progress on connecting that affluent water to the parks. And he's building a personnel bench that's going to continue to make sure we're doing these things. So we're on a great roll to success. So kudos to them. 3 trash trucks are currently on order, with 2 expected to be ready around April or May. This is starting to get after some of the solid waste management problems we've identified a few months ago. So this is good. Good stuff. And a motor grader has also been ordered and is anticipated to be delivered in the near future. Current projects, not all inclusive, but some of the ones you've been seeing going on or maybe heard about. Road work on Chicago Street, the 16th, is ongoing. Both projects anticipated to be completed later this week. Road work is scheduled to begin on January 6th on 19th Street. Well, today's the 6th, but tomorrow. And there's asphalt being laid between Main Avenue and Avenue B. The water department continues to respond promptly to service and mainline breaks. One happened today when we knocked the top off kind of a water spout type of thing. They got after that, got it taken care of. This often results from ground shifting, contractor activities, i.e. somebody runs something over. needed that as a translation. And proper bedding and other foreseen conditions. Staff remains committed to ongoing maintenance and improvement of the water distribution and wastewater collection systems, including the hydrant repair and replacement program. Infrastructure repairs to the blower room at the wastewater treatment facility have been completed, along with additions to the building behind the VFDs to improve equipment access and maintenance. So one of these pumps and blowers kind of broke. That's a big deal. It's hard to get after. And these are parts that once they break, you have to requisition the parts. The system goes down, you have to improvise some stuff. So the public works director is actually working on. He replaced the pump, and now we're working on a JITS program, JITS, just-in-time supply system, where you have those key components on hand. So if it goes down, you can replace it at your own level. Because surprise, it will go down. But by Pat doing those types of things, we'll be able to turn that around much faster and not have to worry about if it breaks down on Friday at 4 o'clock. And no one's going to get you that type of supplies stuff. So he's working through that, and that's a big deal. Working on some installation out there at the wastewater treatment plant. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Human resources.
Jenna Richards, HR report. Like Mr. Midden had said, we are looking forward to going to the career fair that Cannon Air Force Base hosts. It's going to be February 25th, which is a Wednesday from 10 to 2. We're scheduling interviews next week to hopefully be able to find a candidate. HR is budgeted for 2 positions, HR director plus an executive assistant. With the transition of my previous executive assistant to the finance team to assist in the deputy role, it created a vacancy. So we're looking towards being able to hopefully find a candidate to fill that position. We were approached by Eastern, an assistant professor reached out and was looking for an intern opportunity to send a senior level student over as an intern. So we were able to receive this individual. He'll be joining me on Monday, the 12th, and we'll be able to have him till the end of the semester. He's really interested in the HR career. So we're going to be able to hopefully give him some great tools and assistance on hopefully projecting him even in a better place once he graduates. We've been super busy working towards getting staff onboarded. End of year is really full, plus the beginning of a new year. Add 5 new council members, and the outgoing has made a huge uptick of just traffic and workload, which we've been able to stay on top of. We were able to inquire 4 new employees this week. We got a new equipment operator for our streets department. We were able to get a new utilities clerk for our utilities water department that will handle the billing and everything and the receiving of the city hall foyer. Got another groundskeeper, and then we also received another labor staff for the solid waste to help out in the convenience center. So working on retention to make sure that as we get new staff that we're able to maintain our current numbers so that we're able to get our vacancies filled. Working towards pursuing new applicants to fill the other vacancies, and then just continue to evaluate the process and procedures that we have right now to continue just being better in everything we do. More accountability, make sure we have our checks and balances in place. So on some of the shortcomings we had last year, that we can no longer have those shortcomings and just get better as we keep on going. So thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
I can ask one question. My wife will tell you I don't hear well, so understand. I could have swore you said one of the openings was HR director. Did you mean assistant director?
So we have the HR executive assistant role as our vacancy.
Okay.
We're budgeted
You
for
said
HR
director.
director and the executive.
Oh, you scared me. Okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Thank you for clarifying.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
sir. Fire department.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. There have been no changes in our staffing at this time. We've had some great accomplishments in our EMT class. We had 4 pass EMT basic and it began national testing, and one that not only completed the class, but just passed national testing yesterday. AMT yesterday. So that's a huge success. As far as equipment, we have 6 of our 11 fire apparatus in service. 1 of the 4 out of service is our ladder truck. 6 of our ambulances. We have 6 ambulances, 5 are in service. 1 is out for maintenance at this time. As the city manager mentioned, we have had 279 calls in December. 85% were EMS, 15% were fire, 71% were inside the city limits, 29% were outside the city limits. Response times continue to be just under double the NFPA standard. And I'm continuing to seek any suggestions that you have or questions for my annual report. So if you have anything, feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Yeah, Police Department. Mayor, council, welcome to the new year. Okay, so yes, we have our one lateral hire who said start the 2nd of February. After we were able to do the pay raises, do a little bit of publication on it. We actually received 13 applications last week that were uncertified applicants, but hey, that's something we haven't seen in a long time. And then we actually had 6 people other than those call, and some of them will be participating. We're going to do the physical testing on Thursday morning. We had 8 of those 13 who are going to be able to attend that one. And then some of the 6 who called will also attend. So when we have 3 positions to fill, that's some great opportunities. And like Mr. Mitten had touched on, last year we handled over 11,000 calls for service. Last month it was 867. I just looked at a curiosity real quick, but I know Miss Combs' phone calls are insane, and some of those are multiples on the same incident. But I just looked in there and it was over 20,000 calls. 20,678 generated from all those phone calls she took, and we at the police department took over 11,000 of those 20. So you're getting your money's worth out of the people that we have. But yeah, so, and this month we're busy doing all of our reporting that we have to do for the state. We have tons of different reports to gather all this stuff for. So that's kind of where I've been buried in the computer screen. But welcome again and thank you.
Remind us again of the meeting with the
Yes.
police department.
So tomorrow we're having our department meeting, and following it, several of the officers had mentioned that they would like to have more opportunities to try to get to know you all. So we're just inviting you all to that meeting. We'll have all the officers there. If you can attend, that's great. Welcome there, and just some conversation with them. If not, I'm going to be setting these up when we do trainings and other things here, and it's just going to be right here on the detective side.
In line with that, do we need to worry about notice of quorum?
Sorry.
Great, thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Chief. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Community services.
So perfect. As Mr. Mitten just kind of highlighted, we are looking to fill our last position. We did some interviews today. We're going to be doing some interviews this week so we can fill our last animal control position officer that's open. We are halfway through the money for the grant for the free spay and neuter in the TNR program. So we've done the city's paid or funded about 120 surgeries since we've got the grant money, and we about have 120 left. And that's through TNR and free spay and neuter. So please continue to pass that around. And we used about half of our free vaccines. So we have free dog shots and free cat shots. People can still attend those. We do have for P&Z's, the planning and zoning department is getting together next week to start a workshop to make a rubric on how to rate dangerous structures and dangerous buildings. So that we can give them empirical numbers of what needs to be seen first to create our next year's projects. So we'll be getting together next week to get that done. That's just an update. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public library.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For the month of December, we are still fully staffed. The Assistant Director, Sarah Victor, has currently enrolled in an 8th month library administration class, and she started work on that last month. We had 2,408 physical items circulate and 415 ebooks and e-audiobooks circulate for the month of December. We ordered in 80 books. December is a slow month for publication, which is kind of a good thing for us. The nation's largest book reseller closed unexpectedly October 1st, and it affected us with our lease program, but we were already set up with someone else, so we thought we were doing pretty good.
And for the month of November, we had a huge order. Most of that has come in. But now they are behind because everybody has moved to them to try to find somebody to fill their orders. So we haven't received any of the books that we ordered for October, for December. We're probably going to start looking at Amazon for new releases, but we're not the only ones who are having trouble. It's all over the place. So hopefully we'll get those before too long. We hosted 18 programs, 2 adult, 3 young adult, and 13 children's programs, all for free. And our overall attendance was 223. That's all I think.
Thank you. City Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Council, for letting me come up yet one more time. And I don't have a lot to report on. As the department head, I met with all the newly elected officers. I think the meetings went well. I don't know what y'all thought, but I thought you guys were awesome. I thought I held my own, considering the conversations, and I don't consider myself very chatty, but I proved myself wrong. And Mr. DeWitt proved himself very, very chatty. I enjoyed the meetings. It was great to meet all of you, and I welcome you into the council, into the fold. And I appreciate the opportunity to meet with you guys and to get to work with you. So thank you for all of the time that you spent meeting with the department heads. The clerk's offices have been actively and persistently working on getting your trips coordinated and getting you registered for the newly elected officers training and the MOLI training. So I'm glad to let you know that we succeeded in getting that arranged. So we have some paperwork. I believe Melissa brought it with her and she's going to hand it out to you after the meeting. So please hang around after the meeting. You've got a document or 2 to sign. Please sign those, make sure I get them, and then get your documents from Melissa. So we look forward to you attending those classes. The New Mexico Municipal League is an excellent resource for classes and training. We encourage you guys to participate with those classes when they're available. So there is another one that will be coming up. It was announced today, and it is the Municipal League Day. And it happens generally around February. And this year it's been scheduled for February 3 and 4. It was just announced. So if you're interested in attending that, it's in Santa Fe as well, then let us know and we will make those arrangements for you. Please call if you're going to be absent at the meetings. And if there's some other way you want to coordinate that, Mayor, then let us know and we will make that effort. If we can get phone calls, not everybody likes those phone calls the day of the meetings, but it helps when we have very important meetings that we need your attendance and we need your voting, that we know we're going to have a quorum. And that's the purpose, to know that we have a quorum to work with. You've got a paper there that proves you accepted the key Friday. So just make sure I get that signed and back to me. And I think that's all I need to talk to you about.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, Ben.
We will now have counselor comments. So we will start with Angie and right ahead.
Yes, I just want to say thank you also to all of the department heads. I enjoyed every single conversation that I got to have with you all. And I just want to really let our community know that the people that are at the heads of these departments and the people that work with them and under them, they are on top of things. They work really hard. And I think what I was most excited about was the overall heart that we all want to see Portales not only survive, but thrive, to go to the next level and make this a community. That my goal is that this is a community that people want to move to with their families in the future. So thank you to our department heads for being a huge part of that and the people that work with you and under you for that. Your quick responses when I've asked questions or I've emailed questions. Thank you again for your quick responses. I so appreciate that. The oath of office ceremony was lovely. Thank you guys for putting that together and making that lovely and elevating that. It was truly special. And you didn't get one, did you? You didn't get an oath of office ceremony, did you?
No.
No.
Or
no.
pre-training.
Oh, you got a lot of things. Thank that guy.
It was really lovely and it took a lot of effort and time to put that on. And so I thank you for that a lot and super excited about town halls. I think this is something that we've needed for a long time. I love the idea of the city councilors being able to freely talk, not only with our community, but with one another, because in this environment, it's so structured and so specific and so many legalities that go with these kinds of meetings. Sometimes the free flow of ideas and that sort of thing kind of gets stifled. So being able to have the town halls is going to help with that a lot. And I strongly encourage our community, especially if you see one coming up that just tugs at your heart. And like, I want to be at that. I have something to share. Please come. Please do that. You never know who in your community is holding the key to the next great idea, the next great thing. So please come and be a part and let's build and make Portales what we as a community want to have. That's all.
Okay, Mr. Reckler.
Can we make sure we go the other direction from now on?
I was about to ask you more, who wants to follow that?
I may have to get back to the book. Golly, that was great. Anyway, I just want to say welcome to all of you that are new, and we're really excited, those of us that are already here, to work with you and get the ball rolling. The community, guys, look at this. We got a packed house. It's great. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for participating. The election was good. We'd like to continue to see more and more when we have elections, but you guys that all ran are still being involved and now in committees, and thank you for that. For continuing to be a part of what we're trying to do. That's about as good as I can do.
Mr. Merrick.
I'm not even gonna try. I still appreciate all the employees and everything that they do for the city, and welcome all the new counselors, and really look forward to making some good changes. So.
I just wanted to announce another meeting that we'll be attending on the 8th for the Armed Forces Support Committee. This is a meeting, and one of the agenda items is a resolution that we're going to look to pass that has the 2026 legislative priorities. So that is one that I can report back to at the following meeting to see if that resolution passed. And then welcome to everybody. And again, thank you to the community for your support and getting involved. And then yes, those trainings were very, very well put together by all of our department heads. So thank you. That not only helps the new counselors, but it does also help us, so we can get going all together as we start the new year. And that is all I have.
Okay, Mr. Saul.
Just want to second, welcome to the new council members, new mayor. Breath of fresh air. We appreciate definitely what the previous council and mayor did, but looking forward to the future and looking forward to get what we can get accomplished. And just want to say thanks to the staff and keep up the good work, and Mr. Minton and everybody, and appreciate all the hard work. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Watkins.
Appreciate the staff and the citizens for showing support for all us new guys, and we appreciate that very much, more than you'll know. Thank you.
Mr. DeWitt.
Just want to say thank you to all the public that's showing up, that showed up to vote. Hopefully we can get them numbers higher, but thanks to everybody that showed up, and again to the guys that didn't make it up here, they're here. And that's really important. It says a lot. And thank you very much to the staff, and hope we can fill these shoes that that we've been put up here to fill. Thank you.
Councilor Ortega.
I just want to first off say thank you to Mr. Mitten for setting up all the meetings we had with all the staff. That was very great. It was good to come up here and not be surprised at who all these people are talking. And everybody was just great and very welcoming. And we learned so much at all these meetings, and it was so helpful. Thank you to Mr. Davidson. He has just been awesome and wonderful and so helpful answering all my
Did you say that again?
all my 900 questions. I'm not gonna, and just everybody has been great. And again, thank you to everyone that went out and voted. And we need to really get those numbers up in this community because those numbers can be better. They can always be better. If we want this community to be better, then we just need to get out the vote and get the numbers better. So just thank you to everyone for believing in us and trusting in us.
Thank you. Thank you. Mayor's comments. I have spoken quite a bit tonight, so I'll keep this short, relatively speaking, for me. I want to introduce something I plan to do routinely, which is kind of a personal recognition corner for city employees and citizens that go above and beyond for the city. It's important. And it's probably not a giant deal. I think I might call it, who can I embarrass this week? Because they're not going to know it's coming, but it's mainly a public thank you. When I first met Danielle Swopes doing her city clerk thing, I thought, what a breeze job. Sitting in a chair over there taking notes every once in a while. And then they got AI for the minutes, and I thought, well, that's even breezier because now she's got the computer helping her out do some of that work. But I was wrong and wrong. This lady starts early. She stays late. She goes 100 miles an hour in between. And that's deceptive because she looks so calm and collected while doing it. But being a city clerk is a series of rapid fire tasks, all while staying in a constant state of education and learning new procedures, new laws, new requirements. So I want to tell you that the city of Portales is very fortunate to have you, Danielle. I have a little cheesy little certificate I made. I'm going to loan you the file folder. I want it back.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Next up, the ceremony was excellent, and I've said this multiple times, but the people involved in that reception cake are my new heroes.
Yeah.
If there would have been nobody present, just me in that room alone, I think I would have gone and laid my head in that cake. Yeah, it was so awesome. And so thank you for that. It was a very nice evening. Next up, we appointed committees tonight. I had the chance to speak with almost all the members that are serving. But some appointees were carried over from previous committees. And some of those people I did not have the opportunity to speak with. So if any of those members are considering retiring from a committee, let us know as soon as possible so we can open that position up and make a new appointment. I will be reviewing committee participation continuously and annually to make sure members are attending and still want to serve. And lastly, each committee has a chair. And if you can't make a meeting, please notify the chair of that committee. There's kind of nothing more frustrating than getting ready for a meeting sometimes early in the morning or after a long day at work only to find out that a quorum can't be met. So people are volunteering, and these are uncompensated public services. So I want to make sure that their time is respected and not wasted. So with that, The chair will entertain a motion to enter into a closed session pursuant to sections 1015-1 H2 of New Mexico Open Meetings Act, limited to personnel matters. Could I have a motion for that, please?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion by Counselor Self. Is that you, Gary? Yeah. Okay, second by Counselor Watkins. Ms. Wobes, will you call the roll for the vote?
Sir. Ms. Cordova,
Yes.
Mr. DeWitt,
Yes.
Mr. Merrick,
Yes.
Ms. Ortega,
Yes.
Mr. Rackler,
Yes.
Mr. Self,
Yes.
Ms. Smith,
Yes.
and Mr. Watkins.
Yes.
It's unanimous. It passes.
Okay. Okay, the council has returned to open session. Matters discussed in closed session were limited to those authorized under section 1015-1 H2 of the New Mexico Open Meetings Act, and no action was taken in a closed session. And with that, this meeting is adjourned. So thank you very much.